Hello everyone, welcome to Enchanted Cards. This is your reading for March 2021. This is pick a card reading. I'll tell you how it works. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, and that's pile number 4. So pick a pile you're drawn to the most. You can take your time, pause the video, and pick any pile you like. And for the people who find it hard picking a pile just by looking by it, I'll pop some crystals on it and then it can make the work easier for you. But I really recommend you picking a pile on the basis of the cards you're drawn to and not the crystal. So I'll pop the crystals in just a minute. So we have our crystals here. On pile number 1 we have the green aventurine. On pile number 2 we have the amethyst. This is rose quartz and this is golden quartz. So you can pause your video, pick a pile you like, and once you're done picking your pile, timestamps for all the piles are mentioned in the description box below. So check the duration and you don't have to watch the whole video, just jump right onto your pile and see your reading. So pile number 1, we have our cards here in green aventurine. Let's check the cards. Okay. Chameleon spirit. Alright, a lot is happening in the month of March 2021 for you guys. I think you've been working on something as in people who are studying, maybe working on their careers, people in a particular field of work, maybe working on their career, maybe starting something new, or simply trying to make their work better, and you are working on it. This shows movement in your work initially, so that's a good sign, but I see a lot of chaos, especially with this card. It perfectly goes with the other cards too. Here I can see in the moment of trying to do something good, you may have lost something, you will lose something, but it isn't as major as you think it is. People lose things from time to time and they can be pretty minor, but they can have a big impact on our minds. So in the month of March, you will probably work on something, and while working at it, you'll feel that there's a particular loss in your life. Maybe you lost something, maybe it can be anything. Maybe you lost an opportunity, maybe you built something and it didn't turn out as good as you think it should have been or you expected it to be, and that has made you really upset. So that upsets you in that moment, but the important part is that the things that you've lost aren't that big. They're pretty minor, and of course when you lose something you tend to get depressed, sad, or upset, but in this case you don't have to worry too much about it. You should focus on the other things that you built, that you worked on, that you had, that you still haven't lost, and try to rebuild it. So this shows you're upset, and it can also be because of people around you. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of chaos, but after that phase you will rebuild yourself. You'll start something new, or maybe you'll start from scratch. You'll rebuild what you've lost or what you were initially trying to do. You'll work on it, and in the moment, that phase, you will get help from your loved ones. Now that loved one can be a special person, somebody from your family, a very close friend, anybody, but this person or people. But you need to segregate, differentiate between people who are there to create drama in your life, bring chaos, and differentiate between them and the people who are there to help you. So with the help of your loved ones, you're gonna come back to your true self, be happy, continue working, rebuild things or opportunities that you felt you didn't get. Maybe you lost something, anything you were upset about, you'll work on it, you'll rebuild it, and this person's gonna motivate you, bring movement in your life. It can be about your career, something about finances. Maybe you're trying to get involved in something new, a new hobby, something that helps you grow in life basically. And at the end, things look good for you. You're gonna get back on your feet, out of all that chaos, those just depressing thoughts. You won't be upset anymore. This also says the presence of love will always cast out fear. Maybe you are afraid that maybe you are afraid of losing things too. And the people who think they have lost something, they are afraid of building it again, bringing it back. This also talks about, we have got a chameleon spirit, act as if, and this was inverted. So this tells us about how we should work on ourselves. Again, it talks about building something you were working on, building something you lost. So this talks about working on yourself, maybe self-love, helping yourself, getting growth, growing in life. This also talks about all the drama that people create around you. Most of us have many negative influences in our lives, many people who are negative influences, or people who always create drama, and in true sense they aren't positive for us. But so this is a phase where you need to keep that in check, keep your chaos in check, chaos that is created maybe by others or by yourself. Come out of it, have some quality time with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends. Stay away from people you think are negative. And in general, I think it's good for you to take a break from social media and being social in this month. So it's better in this month you take a break from all that. You take a little alone time, private time, sit alone, spend time with yourself. Just sit there, think about yourself, what you want to do further in this month, later, whatever. Just self-analyzation is really important for you at this moment. You need to stay away from all the drama that's been created because of others, or because of the situation. Stay away from social media, stay away from other people. Try to get as much alone time as possible. Refrain from being social at this point of time. And the chaos that's created, if it's created by others, just step out of it. And if you think you are the one who got you in this chaos, then just clean up your mess, sit alone, think about it, build everything that put everything back in place for better. And yeah, clean up your mess basically, and clear your mind, get rid of all the chaos, all the drama in your life. Stay away from people. I think that's the message that you are ultimately getting. And all these cards really go with each other. This talks about chaos, this talks about drama created by other people, chaos, drama. So maybe there are a lot of people, maybe a lot of social media influence, maybe a lot of social influence maybe on you, that's creating a lot of drama in your life, a lot of chaos in your life, and this is time for you to grow, to think, to self-analyze, to work on yourself, build back things that you were building before, or you want to build for your own sake. Just think about it, work on yourself, and yeah, that's pretty much it. At the end, I think you're gonna have a good month. Pile number 1. So meet you in the next video. Thank you. So this is pile number 2. We have our amethyst. Let's see what we have showing up for you guys this month. Alright, pile number 2. I see a lot happening this month. This is a month where I feel you are free from burden. There doesn't seem to be any stress. You're having a good time. You are taking risks. Basically, it's what do you say? You're very carefree at this time. You don't care about a lot of things. You aren't stressed. You aren't worried. You basically don't have anything on your mind. So that shows that there aren't a lot of responsibilities on you this month. So it shows a lot of freedom, happy times, let's say, or something good. But there are things that you need to pay attention to. So we have, for example, reminder here. We have moth spirit, surrender now, inverted, and we have I am a spirit, having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So when you have a human experience, what is a human experience about? Human experience is about, basically experiencing different things and then learning from them, growing, and, the mistakes you make. Like, having a human experience is all about making mistakes, but it's also about learning from them, making mistakes, learning from them so that you don't repeat them. Here I can see you are very carefree, but maybe somewhere some people who are watching this video who have chosen pile 2 may not be on the right path. Being carefree, being free from responsibilities, and having a very good time, a month full of fun, like a very good time, like everything being very lively, joyful, having a good time, and just enjoying your time seems wonderful. But you need to consider a few things. You need to pay attention to a few things here. Okay, so those things may not be necessarily good. So you're having fun. So what does having fun mean for you? Does it mean doing something good, positive, just chilling with other people, having a good time? Or does your having a good time involve doing something which isn't good for you? Maybe going on the wrong path, or getting off track. There can be people who find different sources of having fun and being carefree, but that may not be the best option for them. That may in fact be, let's say, negative for them, and that will have like bad consequences. Your actions will have consequences. Here again I feel that if you're doing something which involves you being on the wrong path, doing something wrong, being off track, you may get into a bad situation, you may get into some problem, you may get stuck. All the fun that you were expecting, you wanted, or you were having earlier in that month, in the month of March, may be taken away from you just because of your choices. So what you need to think right now is, you need to self-analyze and think about what you're doing. What you're doing, is it something that's good? Is it something that you can openly tell people and expect them to have a good opinion about it? Like, when I say people, I mean your friends, your family, people in general. So just think about it. Are you doing something which you shouldn't do, which you know is wrong for you, but you're still on that path? If you are, I think this is a warning for you. You can still change things for yourself. You can get out of trouble if you keep yourself in check. Because as I said, human experience is all about making mistakes, but not just making them, also learning from them. So it's still not too late. If you learn from all those experiences, and you change yourself, maybe get on the right path now, then you can be free from all those bad consequences. You can get on the right path again, and the consequences will change. They'll be good for you. You can avoid those bad consequences. Again, this reminder card, this tells you that there are a lot of things that you have learned in life. This is a reminder for you to not forget them, to remember them, and to take steps accordingly. So this is a reminder for you. This is a warning. It's a reminder. It's reminding you to keep yourself in check, to learn from mistakes, to take your steps carefully. And the Moth Spirit. Well, you should surrender now. Surrender all the things that are toxic for you, that are negative for you, that eventually won't take you to the right path. In the moment you feel you're walking towards light, but what do you know? Is it light you're walking into, or is it fire you're walking into, which is gonna burn you and gonna have all negative influences, negative impacts, and negative outcomes for you, and it's gonna put you in trouble. This can even show addictive behaviors, addiction to anything. It can be addiction to alcohol, drugs, cigarette, anything. Every person has different ways to deal with their problems, and a lot of them, for a lot of people, aren't really good. So make sure you are using positive and good things to maybe come out of the sorrow you have, and not the negative things. And again, here we the Moth Spirit talks about how you are resisting going on the right path. Sometimes you know what the right path is, sometimes you know you're not on the correct path, but you still resist it. So you need to let go of that. Also, again, those addictive behaviors which are not good for you, you need to let go of all those things. And again, there are very different ways to channel your emotions, to express. You're not a machine, right? So you need to search for positive and good outlets for them, which are not really harming you. Also, for some of you people, this may be true that deep down inside you know that you have become too attached to something. It can be something, or it can be someone. So you may be too attached to somebody, and you feel the need to control the outcome for it. So in this situation, you need to let go of it. There are other ways to channel your energy, and this can be about your relationships, work. Start giving others, like giving love to others. Start getting more involved in self-love, self-care. So yeah, basically you're trying to avoid some difficult emotions, and you're trying to search for different outlets that are probably, for most of you, not good for you. Those outlets are really negative for you. So search for different ways to channel your emotions, and instead of avoiding those difficult emotions, try to embrace and feel them, and try to come out of it by staying on the correct path, or else the outcome can be again negative for you. So to avoid that, you still have time to go on the correct path. So keep that in mind, like the reminder what you've learned. Maybe there, like, you can be in a situation which has happened before with you, in the past, but you're again making the same mistake, again going through the same cycle. You need to change that. This time you need to come on the right path. All the negative outlets, addictive behaviors, free yourself from it. And this month is all about keeping yourself in check, coming out of all those negative influences, coming on the right path, which you can still do if you want to avoid the negative consequences, or there can be negative consequences for your negative actions. So this is a month to keep yourself in check for some self-care, self-love, being on the right path, and having a great human experience, learning from your mistakes, and basically growing into a better human being. So that was all for file number 2, March 2021. I hope you liked it, and I hope you're gonna work on it and like grow more and make yourself better. Thank you. Hi, this is file number 3 with a pretty rose quartz on top. Let's see what we have in store for you guys this month. So pile number 3, I say that in this month you are struggling to find inner peace. There's a lot of stress. I guess there are conflicts where, for different people, the situations are gonna be different. For some people, it's gonna be conflicts in their minds, Maybe you are overthinking, maybe you are troubling yourself, thinking too much, and you're getting troubled all the time, and you lack peace of mind. For other people, I think you are having some kind of conflict with some other person. You are afraid it can escalate. Maybe sometimes you can be the aggressive one. It shows that maybe there are certain things that maybe you have done in the past, because of which you are suffering now. You are suffering, in mentally. Most of it is mental. You are struggling mentally. You don't have a peace. You need to be peaceful. This is the time you need to work on yourself and become more patient, more peaceful, handle things not in a rough, aggressive way, but in a very calm and peaceful way. This shows that, if you are suffering and if you're going through something bad, there are chances that there's something you've done in the past because of which you're facing the problems now. But it also shows that there is hope for you in the future. Good things are gonna be there, because all that is in the past now, and this is like a closed chapter. You need to leave all that behind. You need to become a more patient person, a person who's more peaceful, who handles things in a very peaceful way. It's possible that you can be a little emotional too. And when when a person is very emotional, there are times that person lashes out on other people more than other people do. It can show an aggressive side of you. If you continue being aggressive, if you continue being what do you say, aggressive, and like go on attacking other people, being rude to other people, being mean, and you are there to you are there encouraging a fight, maybe instead of handling things peacefully and taking down the fights and conflicts, you're adding to it. So even this card says, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Now, the universe is with you, it's there to help you, but it cannot help you unless you help yourself. This is the time you need to embrace your peace. You need to find that peace in yourself. You need to be peaceful. Don't worry about the outcome. Surrender all expectations. You may have very rigid and high expectations from yourself and others. Drop all that. Drop all those unreasonable expectations. At least for some time in this moment, give up on all expectations, or expectations of others, especially expectation of yours. Give up on all those. If you expect too much, you may not like what you get, and you may not react in a very positive way. After that, you may get hurt, you may not like it. It's again gonna be really bad for you emotionally, mentally. So there is a need to find your mental peace. This month is all about struggling and finding your peace. You're not going to be peaceful. There are times maybe it's difficult for you to sleep at night because of all those thoughts. Don't overthink, don't let it overwhelm you. Work on your intuition, follow your intuition. For some of you, there's a possibility that if things escalate, you may need to take help from other people. Some people may even have to take help from professionals if this thing escalates. So I think you're gonna have a tough time here, but again, the message, you've got the sandpiper spirit. It says be playful. It talks about how you should drop all the seriousness, all the stress, and find peace in yourself. Be playful, be stress free, be more open to the world. Drop your drop the walls that you've made between yourself and other people, maybe between yourself and peace, playfulness. Drop those walls and be more playful, be more jolly, try to be more happy. Whatever work needs to be done, do it, but do it with a more happy, calm and peaceful attitude rather than being stressed and overwhelmed by all those unpleasant emotions. The sometimes there are conflicts that you cannot avoid. There are things, there are situations that you cannot avoid, but what you can control is yourself, your emotions to some extent. So all you have to do in this month is work on your emotions, work on your peace. This month is gonna be all about finding your peace, embracing your peace, surrendering all all high expectations or overthinking, surrendering all of that, all the negativity, finding peace in yourself, and letting go of all worries and stress for some time, focusing on your work, focusing on your life, basically focusing on yourself, your emotions, your playfulness, which needs to come out at this moment. This time can be little too much for you, to handle. It can be unpleasant, but it's very important for you to be peaceful at this time, no matter what situation you are in, what circumstance you are in, whatever you're facing, any struggle, any problem. It's very important for you to do it very peacefully. Keep your temper in check, keep your words in check. Don't be rude or mean or blunt to anybody. Don't be aggressive. Try to be as peaceful as possible. Be peaceful with yourself, be peaceful with other people. If you are gonna lash out, if you're gonna be aggressive with other people, if you're gonna start fights, you can't stop the other person from reciprocating as well. Even worse can happen if that person is more aggressive or the situation gets out of hand. So the least you can do is be patient with yourself, be patient with others. Don't be blunt with anybody, don't be aggressive with anybody. Try to control your anger, your frustration, your stress. Don't lash out on anyone. Don't be aggressive, blunt, mean, rude with anybody. Sometimes people think that you can only physically hurt a person and words are harmless, but it's not true. Words can harm a person, a lot more than you can hurt a person physically. So keep your words in check, keep your actions in check, and try to be more peaceful, playful. So yeah, I hope you like it. I hope you work on yourself and try to make your relations better with other people. This was all for pile number 3. I hope you have a good month ahead. Thank you. We have our last pile number 4 in front of us. This is golden quartz. You're gonna see what's happening for you guys this month. So pile number 4, we have the buffalo spirit. It says the abundant universe will provide. We have high spirit of fire. And this one says oneness is my true nature. So I feel that you can be quite emotional in nature wise, or you can be quite emotional in the first few days of March. First few days or a first half, you're gonna be really emotional. You're gonna feel like you're stuck. You're stuck at a place, or you're stuck in a situation. You're stuck somewhere and you don't know what to do, where to go. You're afraid of leaving that situation or leaving that place, or you simply don't know how to. This makes you even more emotional. This gives you a little anxiety, makes you a little anxious about it in general. I feel that it's nothing major, Nothing has happened that's gonna pull you down, or basically you're not gonna lose something major that's gonna have a very emotional impact on you. This just shows me, I feel that you're just gonna get a little emotional in the beginning of the month. And we all have times, when we don't feel very happy, energetic, lively, and we feel a little low, a little upset, maybe a little anxious. So I feel that in this month, in the first few days, you'll feel a little anxious, a little low, a little emotional. The reason won't be anything major, specific, or huge. It's just gonna be your emotions, going a little downhill, a little low. So it's nothing major. You're just gonna have a little emotional time in the beginning, but it's all gonna get well soon, very soon. This shows that somewhere for some of you there's a possibility that because of certain restrictions, maybe in your house, in your family, in your society, in city in general, the restriction can be anything. Because of a certain restriction, you're unable to leave your place, you're unable to go out. Some of you really want to leave your house physically and go out somewhere, maybe go out with friends, go on a trip, take a vacation. So for some of you, this can be the reason you are upset right now, because maybe you've been trapped in your house or maybe trapped in your city for a very long time, and maybe you haven't been able to go for a trip or a vacation since a long time. And we know most of us haven't been out um, in the last few months because of corona, lockdown, and the situation, the restrictions, the traveling, traveling here and there, it really reduced. Flights, trains, even, you know it was difficult for you to even step out. There was a moment you were just trapped in your house. You couldn't even go take a walk, you couldn't go for a drive, you couldn't go meet your friends, your loved ones, you couldn't socialize, you couldn't be there, you couldn't be interactive. So all that may have piled up till now, all those months staying inside may have piled up, and finally you feel a need to leave your house, leave your place, even leave your city, go out, take a trip. So I feel that there's a need for you guys to go take a vacation, take a short trip, go somewhere, um, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends or anybody, with whoever you're going out on this trip, with. Spend time with them, clear your head, leave all your negative emotions behind, clear your mind, go for a nice trip, nice vacation where you're free from all stress, all negativity, all negative influences, depression, or anything. So I really think that you need a trip that's going to help you do all of it. For some people, the reason you were upset in the beginning was this, the reason that you were unable to leave your city or go for a vacation. So some people, were earlier upset because of that, and some people can be upset because of other reasons, but even they need to go out and take a nice trip, a short trip, maybe out with family or friends, so that that trip can help you leave all your troubles behind, or all your problems, all the reasons because of which you were really anxious or low. You can leave all those problems behind, go on a nice trip. And I can see that once you've taken that trip, once you've gone on that vacation, once you've cleared your head and you're away from home and all the troubles, you are really happy. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of happiness. Everything's, everything's just come up, like earlier it felt like things were really low and down, but suddenly everything's really lively and happy. Like, you are very happy, your emotions are all in place, you feel good, you are enjoying on this vacation slash trip, or an outing. You're really having a good time. Now that you're on this trip, you're not upset about having not having the opportunity to go on a trip. Other people who were troubled because of other reasons, even you are really happy because you got a break from your problems, stress, routine in your daily life. And here's when you regain your strength and you let go of all those negative emotions. So you'll regain your strength, you'll be back to your normal and happy self. You will pay attention to all the happy things in your life. And yeah, High Priestess of Fire. Basically, High Priestess of Fire is all about creativity and passion. So it gives you a message that no matter in what situation you are in, you don't have to feel low or feel that you don't have to feel helpless in the situation. You can use your creative imagination, your creativity to come out of it, to find a solution, to help yourself feel better. A lot of people have shown their creative sides in the last few months. You have a very creative side to yourself. You can be really creative when you have to be. So in this situation, I think your creativity will really help if you let your creative side come out. If you try to be creative and you try to implement all those things, your creative imagination, your creativity will help you a lot in this time. Also, the Buffalo Spirit. Buffalo Spirit really asks you to be grateful for everything you've had, because in our daily lives, in our daily routines, most of times we forget how lucky we are, for all the things, all the good things that we have. Whether it's about relationships, it's about money, it's about career, it's about all the privileges we have. We forget to be thankful for all those things. So this card tells us that this is the time we need to be more grateful, and whatever we desire, whatever you desire, you'll get it once you bring yourself to be really grateful. Once you become grateful, you'll basically align yourself with the reality that you desire. If that makes sense, the universe is gonna be really abundant and it will provide you with all the things that you desire if only you are grateful for the things that you already have. You're really thankful, and you pray and show your gratitude. So basically, you just have to be grateful for the things you have, grateful for all the good things, be thankful, show your gratitude not only for yourself but for others. um don't just wish for yourself, wish well for others also, and it's going to help you align with the reality that you desire. It will align you with all the positive and good things that you want in your life. So the key is gratitude. So you need to show gratitude at this time, especially in the first half of the month, and even after you're back to your normal self, you're all happy, you have your strength back, you're happy and working on the things you like, and basically feeling good again. So yeah, I think your month is really gonna be good and balanced. For pile number 4, you're gonna have a little emotional side in the beginning. You're gonna be a little emotional in the starting, and then you probably are gonna take a trip or vacation outside, and then you're gonna be really happy. You're gonna get your strength back, you're gonna feel good, and you're gonna start working back again. You're gonna have to be really grateful all the time. Basically, the whole month it's about being grateful and showing your creative side, being creative, and making most of the time you have, making most of it. So yeah, I think pile number 4 is gonna have a really good month ahead. I hope you like the reading. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so we are done with all the piles, and I just wanted to add a few points at the end. All the people who have just seen their readings, I really suggest you meditate once in a while, or it's better if you can meditate regularly, for even 10 minutes, because it really helps you get in tune with your emotions, and keep them in check, keep them in place, and not get off track or get overwhelmed by them. Also, show gratitude every day. Be grateful for all the things that you have, and if you want any extra help, you can always use crystals that you think are gonna benefit you. There are various types of crystals in the market. You can know more about them. Like, for example, I'd just like to talk about a clear quartz. So what is a quartz? Quartz is basically a white or a transparent kind of crystal. It comes in various shapes and sizes. It basically helps you heal, magnify your emotions, and yeah, it's good for meditation too. But in general, you don't really need crystals to help you with it. If you make it a point to meditate daily and show gratitude, you are gonna see a major difference in your emotions in your life. Also, about manifesting your desires. A lot of people, most of you may want, or I think I'm sure of it, that you all want something in your life that you don't have currently. All people who have their wants and desires, you can very easily manifest them by practicing a few things. For example, like as I mentioned, meditation and gratitude is like, these are two things you can do on a regular basis. Apart from that, you can really involve yourself in daily affirmations. Really feel those affirmations, say those affirmations repeatedly, and really believe that you have the things that you really want. There are various other methods like scripting. I just mentioned affirmations. There's a water technique, there's meditation, and there are lots more that I that I'll later tell you in detail in my videos in future. And about these readings, this reading was for March 2020. I'll be making more like these for every month, so stay tuned. If you liked my video, if you liked your reading, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos that are coming in the future. Thank you.